Hello and welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. I'm Isabelle and I help you understand the stars so you can feel more clarity and control over your day. Now, before I dive into this much more tame video, breaking down the part of fortune in Taurus, since my last video was utter chaos, make sure you hit the link in the description below to book your 1-hour birth chart reading with me now, so you can get your reading as soon as possible. I'm trying to finish my series breaking down the part of fortune in Taurus and eventually get to my videos covering what it means to have your Mars in different houses, since I haven't filmed those in a long time. So we're starting off with the part of fortune since that's what I impulsively felt like doing right now, and I have a lot of Aries energy, so we had to go off of impulse. If you don't know what the part of fortune is, the part of fortune is not necessarily a planet in your chart. And in fact, it can be a bit hard to find in your birth chart wheel when looking at it because it's very small. Your part of fortune is symbolized in your chart by a circle with an X in it, almost like a railroad crossing sign is how I think of it. And it's usually in black, and it is a mathematical point in your chart that is calculated using your sun, moon, and rising. Based off of what I've learned and don't remember fully, your part of fortune is calculated slightly different depending on whether you have a day or night chart. You can find websites that just calculate it for you. You don't have to know this information, hence why I don't know it. I just do the interpretations. But if you have a day chart, meaning your sun is on the upper half of your chart, versus if you have a night chart with your sun on the lower half, changes how your part of fortune is calculated. So it's either your sun plus your moon minus your rising, or your sun plus your rising minus your moon, I believe. And so based off of that calculation, your part of fortune lands in a different zodiac sign and a different house. But you won't know your houses unless you know your time of birth, which changes your chart a lot. So in this video, I want to break down what it means to have your part of fortune in Taurus. But overall, the part of fortune in our chart represents this middle point between our sun, moon, and rising. 3 things that are considered highly important parts of ourselves in the astrological world. It's the bridge between how I think of it, a bridge between our power, our emotions, and our appearance. It is where self in the world, personal power, and vibration meet. That's how I think of it. Our emotions are a huge part of ourselves, and our ego self oftentimes can be a detriment, but it can also be a place of power, especially in the sun sense. And our rising is how the world sees us, and understanding that can help us move forward. So the part of fortune, in short, is how we can manifest material abundance. It's the astrological archetype that we embrace in order to bring more money and fortune into our reality. So if you're looking to make more money, look to the part of fortune and a few other things. But if you want to know what those are, check out the rest of my videos, seek through the channel, or just book a reading. So what does it mean to have your part of fortune in Taurus? Taurus is the second archetype of the zodiac wheel, and it is an earth sign. So Aries is where we're first initiated into the world, and we're just the fool. We want to explore, try new things, try everything, in fact, and we're not afraid of being hurt because we feel invincible as we embark on the beginning of our journey here on Earth. We are full of passion and not afraid to be independent and do it all on our own. Taurus is where we slow down in life. We finish charging straight out the gate and decide to walk a little slower down the path of life and stop and smell the roses. Taurus is the archetype of stability and comfort. There is a huge focus on Taurus on enjoying the 5 senses, being in touch with the reality, hence why it's an earth sign. We want to be in touch with our reality, and we see the best way to do that is by being comfortable, indulging, and providing ourselves with security. Having your part of fortune in Taurus can be similar to having Jupiter in Taurus, but there is a subtle difference because in my interpretation, the part of fortune is much more about the archetype to embrace to bring material money in. So if your part of fortune is in Taurus, you will manifest abundance or can manifest more fortune, money, wealth, gain by focusing on the Taurus archetype, by being the Taurus archetype and offering it up to other people. So by focusing on your connecting to your senses, you are probably someone who needs to indulge more. Now, depending on the rest of your chart, you may embrace this or may not already. But with the part of fortune in Taurus, you can manifest abundance by indulging in the senses, seeking comfort, and helping others seek that material comfort. You may be focused more on spending more, so to say. There's the idea in manifestation that you can only gain it by spending it. Because if you're hoarding it, you believe there's not enough of it. And this is something that the part of fortune in Taurus really has to embrace. Because for Taurus, or part of fortune in Taurus, they can only manifest more money in by using it to indulge. So you may have to indulge more and really doing so in ways that nourish your physical body, things that truly feel good in the physical. Taurus is not just about comfort and indulgence, though. It's also about security and self-worth. So first off, with the security aspect, you may be providing financial security to others, helping them provide themselves financial security. This is especially true if you have your part of fortune in Taurus in second house. You're going to help other people with their money, and you need to definitely have your own books managed because being able to practically manage your money is important. But if you just have part of fortune in Taurus in a different house, there's still a focus on you being able to provide yourself financial security. Now, I know this may sound like a paradox saying, look, I'm watching this video because I want to understand how to make more money. And you're saying to make more money, I need to manage the money that I don't have. But the idea behind this is that with your part of fortune in Taurus, you have to feel a sense of that you have some form of security around you. Now, this might not be through having millions of dollars. You may have to look at your life around you and provide yourself a sense of comfort. That might be through grounding in the physical world, through instead of impulsively shopping, though your part of fortune in Taurus wants to indulge, you might have to pay your car payment first. You might need to make yourself a home-cooked meal. This is the interesting aspect that has to be balanced with Taurus. Taurus is stability or security and indulgence. So if your part of fortune is here, it's important that you are both practically managing your sense of security and also expanding that to enjoy further your physical experience. And so you don't have to have a lot to embrace Taurus energies. That's more so Libra energy. Libra is more so about the finer things in life. Taurus just simply wants to do anything it can to indulge, whether that's curling up in a cozy jacket and watching a movie, providing yourself a sense of security in however you see best, and adding to that, once you have that secure point, adding to that by indulging in things further. But the security aspect is important, and if you just indulge and you don't have the security, you will not be embracing your Taurus part of fortune. On top of it, on the note of security and stability, not only do you need to have material stability to embrace your part of fortune in Taurus, but also emotional, which is self-worth. Taurus is not just about our sense of, the way I think of it is, Taurus rules over all things that are worth, which is both material worth and self-worth. And so Taurus is all about forming a strong sense of grounding in ourselves. Hence why it is the stubborn bull archetype. Hence why it is a earth archetype. So cultivating a sense of self-worth and self-grounding, grounding in your sense of self, unshakable, I know who I am, and I love who I am, and I value who I am, is a huge part of manifesting money as a part of fortune in Taurus. And now I'm guessing you're thinking, if you have a part of fortune in Taurus, you probably struggle with self-worth. And that's why you have this placement, because it is your challenge to take on and face. And making sure you're not outsourcing your sense of self-worth to other people. Building self-worth, building financial security, and indulging. Those are the 3 aspects of a part of fortune in Taurus. Now, depending on what house it's in is where you may struggle the most to build self-worth and physical security, but that is where to direct it. So for example, if you're looking to manifest more money and your part of fortune's in Taurus in 7th house, very likely by cultivating a sense of self-worth and cultivating in your relationship and cultivating more security in your relationship, you will build more money together. You're probably going to end up sharing finances. If it's in your 1st house, you really have a focus on the self-worth aspect of the part of fortune in Virgo, and part of fortune in Taurus. And by doing so, you can manifest more money. In the end, the universe rewards us by embracing a frequency. And so in the end, with a part of fortune in Taurus, you may have to focus more on cultivating a sense of grounding. And the more you can ground, the more money you will receive. So if this video helped you understand the part of fortune in Taurus, let me know in the comments below. And if you have more questions, be sure to book a 1-hour birth chart reading in the link in the description below, where we dive into everything you want to in your birth chart and you get my own personal interpretation. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sincerely hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos breaking down the stars. Once again, my name's Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, namaste.